you know, it almost seems like a foregone conclusion. LastHope, though, starting on the CT side of Mirage. And this is the first time we're seeing this map in the tournament once again. And the bosses are here to play. It's, you know, you can talk about Ekam opping. You can talk about things like Oceanha with some great entries. Talk about the clutch potential of Yi. But the more you talk about it, the more this specter of the bosses just looms over you as we get a pistol rush into B site.
YOLO. Here we go. These rounds are going to be quick. Yi, though. All right, fighting. Oh, all right. Let's bring it, Yi. Can he get himself another? Still dancing out towards Empty Pillar, but Slight is, oh my, finding 2 quick kills of his own, getting goosed up from multiple angles, and quickly 5 kills come in the span of 10 seconds for the bosses. It looked like they got some traction. An excellent attempt there from Yi, but it quickly goes down the drain.
It almost feels worse when you all get somewhere in a round and then it's just Slight coming in to absolutely crush your dreams. There's bosses going up 1-0 as, yeah, like you say, crisp shots from Yi there. And I just mentioned his clutch potential, but absolutely nowhere near enough as Oceanha will scoop up a scout for the second round.
Oh, man. Yeah, force buy in here from CNCS. A bold call considering the players you're playing against, but a tag, okay. That's something. That'll slow down Slight. I can't really bulldoze them in the way that they might think they can. Ellison, oh my. Goodbye. Project 90 swings in with a dig, but they just quickly get ran down. This force buy is only going to accelerate. Okay.
Hello?
Okay. Dude, CNCS LastHope still got some fighting words in this round, looking to convert a 2v4.
And now that scout tag starts to make a huge difference. Slight is only on 28 HP after Oceanha went aggressive out of connector and slammed him in the chest. So Slight going to get the plant down. A lot of ground to cover for the CTs as they try to reapproach this. A 2v1, and obviously you can never, ever count Slight out of this, even holding on to a smoke.
He's gotten up to
slow them down a little more.
It's the biggest thing. When they see that plant, Apps is going to be one of the last things they think about, but they're going to toss a smoke. He can cut the cross. He can cut the cross for both players. He'll open up for the first. Ekam is also 40 HP. I don't think a ninja defuse is really a possibility here. Ekam just fake defusing left and right and baiting out shots. Oh, but he hits the headshot. But he doesn't have time. There's no kits. No force buy win for CNCS LastHope. It's going to be Slight taking the clutch.
Slight does enough. Just enough. And yeah, CNCS LastHope, they do a nice, it was just a nice attempt, but they just took too long. They were too far away. Slight had such a great position once he ended up in a 1 versus 2. And he was able to just delay them there. So as you say, the force buy from CNCS LastHope not paying off, and they are on a full save here up against the rifles. Ellison has recovered that scout. Bosses are off to the races here on Mirage.
Ooh, money. Now swinging out top middle. Ellison taking pot shots. Slight, however. And Wilkie gonna clean up the rest here of CNCS LastHope. Up cap we go. They're trying to collapse middle. Yi always seems to be good for it. Can he get another? No, Wilkie being low. Doesn't matter. He just transferred a spray onto the player in window. And the bosses keep bossing. You know, that's all they do. The bosses are bossing right now.
That's right. Yep, that's the verb. That's the verb they're going with today.
That's the only thing they do. The only thing they do is bossing. They don't eat, sleep, or drink. They boss, and boss, and that's all they do.
All they do is boss no matter what, some might say. Now we got guns out for CNCS LastHope. Can they outboss the bosses in their first gun round here? Always seems like they have found an unexpected pistol kill, and shout out to our brilliant observer, Chespuff, who's catching them so cleanly.
Dude. Hold on. Let's start things off a little different, though. It's only Oceanha on the A site. Trying to, mid-emphasis leaves Oceanha isolated versus some of the best players in North America. Project 90 jumping into the jaws of 3Ts. It's the difference in the willingness to take fights. Oh, dear. Wilkie is about to do that to them. Poor lads. Yeah, folks. Mirage, any percent speed run beginning now.
New strats coming through. Able to clip through some walls potentially on this one. Yi, want to grab one. Always good for one headshot is Yi, but It's not enough whatsoever here as bosses go up to 4 in the first gun round. LastHope are back on a save.
All right, challenge for this cast. Come up with as many boss references as you can make. So, but,
right.
you know, they have to be good. They can't just be, like, thrown out there, right?
I was going to say, be careful
they gotta
what
be
you wish
good
for.
puns, right? Like, we got to use proper nouns here is what I'm saying. And saying that they're bossing as well. Bossing out middle of the bosses. Oh, but shut down by Project 90. Darty Montana's going to roll it back in. 4v4. Who else but the CEO? Darty Montana. Bring it home, but run down. Stock price is going up for Darty, but quickly going down. It was just a little bit of a bull market there for just a split second. But Yi has got this going. Spots Wilkie with an op on Cat, but just swings it and goodbye. Ocean Ha, 1v2, but he's out in the open. He finds a headshot, but he's running out. And Slight will have him dead to rights. The bosses keep going. As you get to see the vicious kitties walking in with lunch. Watching. Maybe they're getting the boss's lunch. Is that how it works?
Yeah. Fetching the lunch. The secretaries over here of CNCS LastHope.
The interns.
Fetching lunch, getting coffee here. Answering emails. We'll circle back to that as the bosses are back on a gun round. And LastHope are still able to buy guns as well. There's Ekim.
All right,
drop down into mid.
No. He's out in the open.
Flashed.
The flashes are too perfect. The bosses blind their opponents fantastically. Gil hunting 3v3. Oh no, it's like this is getting weird. And he actually gets ran down by Gil, but they're everywhere. The bosses are everywhere. They own all the land.
Watching. They are always watching you. Cameras on the employees here as Wilkie on 9 HP is the last remaining. Perhaps.
Can he go Bezos ballistic? Wilkie. Hunting for it. Oh, could not hit the headshot. Shut down. 5-1.
Finally, the bosses take one of their first losses of the series right here. LastHope.
Stock's going down.
Yeah, trying to start a worker co-op on Mirage, but the bosses will rule with an iron fist if our predictions come true, and it looks like they are going to continue to do so. They've still got to buy. They've still got money saved up. Slight back on the op, as well as Ekim. Continues to be strong on this gun.
All right, this time around, the bosses are actually going to slow down the pace. Oh, never mind.
Are they?
Sorry. I was looking out towards top middle. Everything was like peace and quiet, you know.
Yeah.
Morning Glory is playing. The orchestra's going, but then Ellison is just running out. Guns blazing, but so is Gil. Closing out a lot of the shot, but this is just a fake. They are already very nicely settled into this ace. JT's walking out in the open. Ocean Haw's going to find that one pretty simply, and the bosses quieted for just a little bit. The employees have something to say about business practice here on Mirage. Slight. A 1v4.
Yeah, Slight gonna answer the call, making a quick call to HR or CNCS LastHope. Trying to stop the mistreatment.
If he takes down Ocean Haw here, I will audibly laugh. Okay, it's not happening.
Yeah. So bosses actually do get put now onto a save. And so there's CNCS LastHope starting to make some money here. Looks like they got a raise from the bosses.
This is nice.
Great for Mystic here from Gil, yeah. And that was Ellison pushing into the B site and grabbing the first kill, but the CNCS LastHope had actually adjusted their setup. So Gil was closer in to the site, ready to pounce on that. Not expected at all by the bosses there.
See what the good old Deagles. How would I refer to this? The Deagles. You know, not necessarily the boss's incredible tool, but it's not their best tool, but it is a signature tool.
Yeah.
Of the bosses. You know, it's like I'm digging for metaphors here. Look, I've said this on every broadcast I've ever been a part of. I'm not a man of metaphors, but every time I try and fail miserably.
Yeah. You get a little bit better.
Ellison, prospective for some investment, but no good. Ocean Hall as well, underneath Ballast. Oh, here we go, though. A jump out. A 1D, though, for Wilkie. Can he make it a double? No. And actually shut down are the bosses, CNCS and LastHope. They have just broken their round total that they got from their own map pick.
Yeah, starting on the CT side, really benefiting LastHope. You can see maybe the confidence growing a little bit, back into a gun round now. If LastHope get this, I feel like we can start talking, because it's definitely the momentum that they used to do a lot of the work they did yesterday. And that is kind of their one answer back, their one way through, their one business strategy in this game.
Oh, JT, the Flames, though, obscuring his opponent. Project 90's going to hit it. But I hate to break it to CNCS, but they are already up cat. They barely have any information on this. Oh, they do drop a molly. They actually slow down the play. Maybe CNCS can get themselves back into position to maybe contest for this. But right now, the bosses are the landlords of middle right now. And a fantastic crosshair placement there from Ekim. Ready for the cheeky lurk.
Ekim's got great game sense in those situations. As we've seen a lot of kills like that. Skill wow challenged. Wilkie will take it. They're heading in, and it's only Yi on the B site.
Dear.
Yi only gets one, and so the B site is now open. 3 versus 2, but once again, look at how far away those CT players are. It's going to take them so long to get here, and just like last time, they might be able to just buy time for the bosses.
Yeah, they spent so much time in spawn, afraid of someone who's flanking through window, but that's not even happening. They're seeing ghosts right now for CNCS, and that makes the bomb. It's going to be about half ticked by the time they even enter into the site, but Darty Montana oversteps his bounds. Ellison has been spotted in towards the apartments, and Ocean Hall with a fantastic peek. CNCS, you know, they are not looking half bad.
Yeah, that's a huge round win for CNCS right there. That's the gun round. Bosses are sort of in a position to maybe buy up something, but it's not pretty for them right now. Great shot by Ocean Ha. And this time, yeah, they just find exactly what they need in the 3 versus 2. And they are 1 away, and it's a half buy from bosses. A couple of scouts out, 1 rifle, a couple of upgraded pistols. LastHope looking to equalize here on their map pick.
All right. Running it, gunning it, out to middle. Darty Montana, the boss himself. Just gonna get dropped by Ekin. Very anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Ellison is what a scouting.
What is this?
Jumping into window with a scout. Feeding.
I don't think that's what
JT.
they mean by scout.
Oh, Project 90 completely team flashed. Actually just caught in the middle of the open. Oh, Ekin though might have it. He's gonna actually get a 4K for himself. There is gonna be an ace though, as Gil will be able to drop him. But look at this. I'm not sure who that is for CNCS, like the coach, but he's hyping it up. Is it a coach? Is it one of the one of the teammates?
He was there
here?
yesterday too, walking around behind them. Probably a coach of some description, and yeah, definitely bringing the hype, keeping LastHope going, keeping their spirits up. I like to see it. And they're equalized. They're equal with, you know, the death squad of the bosses. This is the closest anyone's really come in terms of keeping it even with the bosses. Maybe Vicious Kitties in the first map. Slight gets mollied out, has to smoke himself off here. Still has this position, and toe-to-toe with Ekim on the op.
Ekim's still fighting out towards window. There's still no window smoke. Ellison can't line it up because he is currently smoked out. 3 players towards the top mid boxes. What is this smoke here from Ellison? Is that a lineup for B?
It's a really precise
No,
spot.
okay.
No, it's actually going to... Okay.
Okay, it's just a run throw to try and escort
Just a
himself
cat.
up cat. That's actually pretty nice. Just a very simple, you know, sometimes you kind of need those simpler lineups to maybe try and activate on this flank. Gil. Oh, in transition. Oh, this could be painful. Gil gets flanked out by Ellison. Now, though, for the side hoe, Yi again. He's just holding on for this squad and flicks around, but overextends the mark. Molly's dropping in to his back pocket. Forces him out of position. Project 90, though, finding Ellison, but Wilkie drops out aggressive onto Oceanhaw. And now Project 90. 1v2. Oh, but they're... Oh, come on, dude. Give them a break. They're already on the other site. See ya. They've packed their bags. The boss is on a private vacation to the A side of Mirage. And they even have Wilkie just cutting rotates. If things weren't bad enough. The boss is just... I'd be laughing. That kind of round.
That's devastating, man. Slight just finds the opening. He's like, well, guess they're going to give me this. Gets out of dodge all the way to A. Wilkie's ready to punish the rotation before it even begins. So LastHope. They've got some money built up after a string of rounds. So you can see they got to buy this round and probably one next round as well, even if they lose. Boss is on 6 on the T side of Mirage here. And yeah, they really are maybe just getting a little too cocky against LastHope in some of these situations. Yi has been very clean, always good for a kill over on that B site. Ekem as well, very strong on the op. And LastHope are putting up more of a fight than we might have expected on their opponent's map pick.
Already though, Darty Montana out of play. Oh my, okay, this is something. Push through spawn. Oceanhaw, they're gonna try and collapse in middle, but it's still only Yi here. He's been spotted, but now they're already out. There's 2 players in. Flashbang perfect, trying to double entry. JT, though, does get traded out by Gil. 2v4 might be too much for the bosses to handle, but
Ocean?
Slight, amazing. But Oceanhaw, they're on the Giga. Oh no, Slight checks. The Giga flank, no good. 2v2. Slight, though, has to be aware of Catwalk as a potential. They've already passed his Molly. He cannot get that bomb for free. Oh, never mind. He's so aware. Slight just everywhere. All-knowing, all-seeing. The boss has his security detail in Slight, but he does miss the shot. Now 1v1. And Wilkie waiting for Ekem to try and come across. Molly thrown into market, but still the cross is being held there by Wilkie. He fires off, but Ekem needs the shot. Low HP though. Wilkie will deny, and the bosses just dig themselves out of a 2v4.
Man, that just looked mean from Slight. Just punishing, cruel round from Slight there on the op. So good, and yeah, well done from Ekem to get it down to a 1v1, but no chance against Wilkie in the end with the position of that plant. So bosses go up to 7. And they're on their last legs financially, our LastHope. Gonna buy up here. You can see Yi did sort of get enough for next round. It's kind of an awkward shift there. Ekem finding a little gap. Oh, and he didn't get... He jumped the gun on the shot.
The wall. That was a pre-fire.
Yeah.
Darty Montana clearing out. Headshot found. Ekem was more or less pre-firing for the cat smoke push around the edge. You might think Vac XD. Yeah. Vac for my god, this guy has been terrorizing on the defense on the B side.
So good, yeah, really solid. Say it always good for one. Wilkie's
Okay.
up through, but not expecting Project 90 on the peak there. So 3 versus 4. Ocean as well finds Ellison.
Now, and JT trying to make some inroads out from Catwalk, and Slight gets dropped by Ekem. Very nicely done here from. Out of CNCS, they're actually making this game very competitive. Not sure what to say come CT side, but things considered, 1v4 here for JT is undoable.
Yeah, that T side will be the real test, right, for LastHope. That will be the real, where we get the real answers that we are seeking here against bosses. Right now, still in the lead.
JT, that's a nice headshot, man. Tough luck, but he isn't at the bomb. It's the biggest thing. 20 seconds. He doesn't have time. Even if he gets the bomb, picks it up. This is a physically impossible clutch, and it is about to be really impossible as he's gonna go down. He had taken his time with it. CNCS LastHope, you know, they're crawling back into this. They've gotten themselves a streak of 5 rounds. And snapping the economy again for the bosses. you know, they're still keeping this one competitive.
It's a very different story than Nuke. That is for darn sure. CNCS LastHope looking to equalize here on this round up against pistols and basically no armor. And it's a full A look from Bosses. Gonna set up the smokes, gonna try to get that plant. Project 90 gonna come in close, and he was good from this position last time he stood here. And he's good again.
Yeah, JT again falling.
Okay.
That, only from the boss. Wilkie is pinned into Palace. He needs his teammates to get more space onto the site. Project 90, though, denying that. Now Gil just running it through the smoke. Trying to mirror, trying to be the bosses right now, our LastHope, and that, they're doing quite well. Gil running them through, skewering them, 7-7.
No plant for Bosses, but they still do have enough money to buy guns for the last round of the half, and they will be able to get full utility as well. Ekim back on the op. Here's the replay here with Darty just firing through.
What?
Unreal.
Got you there. Ekim has been such a solid CT side op, all things considered, combined with Yi. I think these rounds very much doable. CNC's LastHope. You know, the potential of a lead at the half is really there for CNCS. Believe it or not. Can't overstep the mark here. I should mention that CNC... Whoa, okay. Sorry, hold that thought. Yee. Went for a bit of jump. Wilkie, that's a bit ambitious. Project 90 will take that one. Easy does it. But he actually gets out with a second kill. Slight there on the final trade, but Gil senses a 1v1, but Slight's gonna win it. The duels come through. Yi fully blinded up, but has Darty Montana in a 1v1 duel, and also teammates joining the party. Ekim actually misses his shot, but Yi doesn't. Slight 1v3, no bomb in play. Is it going to be a lead at the half for CNCS?
Again, you can't count Slight out of these rounds, but he is
He's just
in
revealing
dire straits. Yeah.
No. He's trying to play some games.
40 seconds left. 33 HP on Slight.
Yeah, he spotted though.
Spots the shoulder peek, but he's spotted as well, and that's a bigger deal. There's Yi to finish off, and that is LastHope in the lead against the massive favorites of Bosses at the end of the half.
Yeah, I think the Bosses were kind of just doing a little getting a little too loose on that T side, handing over a lot of. I would say if they just grouped up as 5 and just started running their executes as were normal on plenty of their rounds, they could easily win out, you know, a 2v2, 3v3 post plant for themselves. It'd take a lot from CNCS to try and coordinate that. The boss is now heading onto the CT side, though. It is arguably the easier side, and oh man, starting this round off with a 3-man B stack.
And they're running right into
the
it.
underpass.
No,
Every
they're not.
footstep being heard. Slight should know this. This has been communicated. What are they going to make of it? A boost into window. Slight has to be wary of it. Behind him. Slight, though, hits the initial shot. Ekim, though, looking for the double kill. Darty Montana's just going to get himself out of position and try and fight his way through. Planting out in the open. Gil gets dropped. Darty Montana still a threat as well, but dropped. The Glocks still doing damage, but open is the bomb. Maybe denying, trying to at long range, but Project 90 double gush at that range from the Glock. Looking to pick up the pistol here for CNCS, and Ellison in a 1v3.
Ellison trying to approach this. No kit in hand. Needs the kills. And yeah, great hit there for the T side for CNCS LastHope as Ellison tries to work his way through. Ellison's going to get a freebie here.
Yes, a kit.
And this is the beginning. Now found the kit. Now going to get another one. It's a 1 versus 1 for Ellison. Still on 89 HP. Has to check everything. Wants to start moving fast. He's getting a little panicky, but turns away, and Ocean Ha has the free. Ocean Ha, no! Ocean Ha! No! Oh my god! Ocean Ha with the Glock! That is absolutely tragic.
Dude.
That is Shakespearean. That is Macbeth in the server right now.
Dude, even his teammates are laughing at him too, because you just can't beat it. Oh, the crouch up and down, the desperation dance on the defuse, and Ellison, You know
Don't
what?
make me watch it again.
The last bullet somehow doesn't connect. Where did that final bullet go? Actually just went into the void.
I have tears in my eyes right now.
I mean, the random spread from the Glock when you start shooting it, it wasn't perfect. If he was shooting just a tad bit slower, surely that would have been the kill. But the last bullet out of the mag just went into the Twilight Zone.
And just
Pepe
after,
hands all around.
just after LastHope have secured an 8th and with that the most rounds that have been found. Oh, hang on, Ekam.
This is
way
just
whipping. It's just
has not been its last couple of rounds.
The divine intervention is not in LastHope's favor. Just as they've gotten 8 rounds, which is the most rounds that anybody has gotten against bosses all tournament long, they are struck by tragedy. 2 rounds in a row. I mean, that Deagle whiff was just as bad almost.
Oh no. Is the way to phrase it. Oh no.
Oh no.
Alright, so bosses retake the lead. No op-out for Slight, so I'm not going to say this is install guaranteed. So much mid-utility just trying to deny that potential presence. In the meantime, though, there is an isolated player they can find on the A site. Ellison under Palace. 3 players in Palace, in fact, for CNCS. And as Darty Montana turns away, this could be bad news as they begin to pop out. Wilkie makes his presence known, but they only think it's Wilkie and CT. He doesn't get any kills, Ellison. So many players low, but Wilkie does trade it back. 3 versus 3 now. He, though, still standing. And Ocean doesn't complete the flank. Oh, too labored on the spray. JT fights back, but he does get dropped. 3 and 4 HP for these remaining
combined less than 7 HP as Wilkie makes his way around. The bomb gets planted, but this should be an easy kill, and there it is. Wilkie just on the edge. Picks back up.
He got a kill. They gotta know where he is. Continually trying to shift his positioning up, though, right now for Wilkie. You can see this from Yi. Playing proactively. Bomb halfway ticked. He hears the footsteps. He needs an instant headshot. He has to run out with knife in hand, basically. And Yi's gonna hit the headshot. 4 points of health. Being proactive. And CNCS LastHope, they at least take away the bonus round from the bosses.
LastHope equalize. And man, I said it was a tragedy before. This round was a bit of a comedy of errors. A lot of weird stuff going on. That attempt there onto the player on stairs and just turns away right before Project 90. Oh man, crazy stuff happening in the server here. But still, we stay level. Bosses are on a full save.
What do you do with this? Deagle's out for every one of the bosses. Poking product. Not quite yet to be. Yi is going to at least get inquisitive out, but he hasn't spotted anyone. What does he know? There's 2 players tucked in the actual site. So, at least pushing pressure on various parts of the map. Oh, they're being almost too methodical for this to be a Fragadelphia. Come on, this is an eco. Come on, yeah, you're supposed to just run out and farm all the kills, right, guys?
Yeah, they're taking it very, very slow. Going through all the procedures here. Waiting for everything.
You know, genuinely speaking, they don't have a very powerful execute coming. It's only 2 smokes. I mean, a couple of mollies. That could definitely go in towards under balcony. But if a nice 1D starts this off, this execute might be in the water. 4 players here.
If JT makes something out of this flash, and they're going to push out right into it. Perfect flash. Wilkie goes out. 1 trade back. JT as well. That's 2 for 2 so far. And now Gilwow starts to come alive, but the trades continue. That's a great shot from Gilwow, who seems to be the savior of this round. It's just Slight. Maybe spotted Gil, but didn't find any sort of angle to take the shot. And now it's Slight against 2.
He knows where they both are. It's the biggest thing here for Slight, but he knows they're also playing a crossfire, and he is an armorless team. Ooh, almost got the pre-aim, but Ekim's going to swing out. Little crouch swing. That is going to be the lead retaken here for CNCS. Buy is in, though, for the bosses, and I just saw an op get dropped over to Slight.
Yep, Slight is back on the main gun that he uses over on his home lineup of Strife. who were, if I'm not mistaken, the winners of the most recent Fragadelphia LAN.
Correct. Slight, a frag champ, a LAN lore,
And look at him go.
16 vet, and oh my! Just gets delete. What did Project 90 just do to him? What did they do to Project 90? Ellison, though, swinging out, gets himself to 2K. Remember how that FAMAS spray didn't work out? Well, nah, he's back in with a vengeance. Doesn't get the bomb, though. Yeah, Ocean has to take his time to actually repeat back to get the bomb. Another headshot. Incredible aim shown from CNCS. I want to see that double kill from Project 90. But
Yeah,
at the end of the day, it's 10-all between the two. The boss is straight by.
Yep. And CNCS LastHope are on the eco because of it. Yeah, Slight going way aggressive, playing cocky. That's the Slight you want in the server. But this time, Project 90 just rips his head off on Cat and then turns for Darty Montana. I could not believe he got another one there.
That was...
And still CNCS LastHope loses the round.
Yeah. I'm surprised. I mean, there could be a force buy possibility for CNCS in this round, but they're going to take the full eco and just walk up into halls. Full mid control established. No one basically clearing out the underpass. JT is in transition right now. The pop is coming through. JT might be in some trouble as they wrap the site, but dancing between multiple angles, and then Slight joins the party. He will lose his life, but he's done plenty enough for the cleanup. We'll call it a clean anti-eco. 11-10 for the bosses.
JT was under a lot of pressure there, and he made the most of it. Beautiful 3K onto the armorless players, mostly armorless players, as bosses take the lead once again in what is easily their most difficult match of the tournament so far. CNCS LastHope have one chance, and it is right now in this map to get themselves to a game 3, to a map 3.
Yeah, or else bosses are taking this game away. Slight trying to go for the cat jump again. Finds himself in towards underpass in a little bit of an awkward scenario. In the meantime, Project 90 just gunned it right on past. No care. And finding JT as well. Jumping around. Wilkie will take down Gil. Fighting out from spawn. In the meantime, Project 90 tasked again, but it's Slight with 2. And then just Ellison and Wilkie locked down on the A site. Ellison has got him dead to rights. Bosses, I mean, such a messy round. Fighting on all fronts, but they get it done. They batten down the hatches.
Man, Project 90 is so good up mid. The awareness of this player, the couple of rounds in a row, he's just been so good under pressure in that position, surrounded by utility, surrounded by players. He still keeps his composure, but it's not enough. It's only Project 90 in these rounds who's really able to do something really, really special, which is required every single round if they want to beat bosses here. Slight, no smoke, no op this time. Just peeking this with the M4A1S.
Well, Flight right now, Slight. I mean, doesn't favor him. They're out middle, but he has the better guns. Bringing down a couple of armorless players is might work here for Slight.
Yep.
The bosses are in the lounge right now, relaxing.
No deaths.
Cup of whiskey.
Yeah. Yeah, after a long day of signing their names and writing papers, ordering people around, it's bosses kicking back now. Still no op picked up for Slight. There is the money for it, but decides to go with the rifle here instead. And actually, LastHope will take a timeout. They realize how far they've gotten. They realize what kind of, what this means to them, that they've even gotten 10 rounds. They've even gotten double digits on bosses in this tournament.
This is the first time.
Yeah,
and
time. It's starting to sink in, right, for LastHope. They kind of need to stop and think, what exactly can we do to push this over the line? How did we get here, and how can we continue that momentum?
The T-side op of Ekim can actually really shut things down. Is the biggest thing. If they get too aggressive towards top middle, Ekim is just going to own.
I mean, you saw Slight last round, right? Just swinging out there dry. If Ekim is there, Slight is likely to go down.
Slight is able to actually beat... That actually is a favorable timing for Slight. So he can actually get away and do that because he's not actually wide swinging. Ekim's not actually holding the angle. This time around, they're going to be throwing it just a straight A play. And there's 2 players into Palace. This could be the perfect counter, but Gil sprays them both down. The thing is the rotate. It's so fast from the bosses. If CNCS try to commit off the back of this, they're going to pay. Darty is already here on the site. 3v3. And CNCS, surely they have to reconsider their options.
They had stairs smoked off. They had the opportunity for somebody to come out of Palace and punish Darty, but nobody came. The Palace players backed off, and so Darty gets a free kill on the player heading towards Tetris, bringing it to a 3v3. And now, back towards A after cutting noise. They have caused some rotations. It's only Darty, but we already know what Darty can do against multiple players in this angle. There's no way it's going to be checked, but he turns
Palace
away.
smoke is fading. That's why he has to turn back around. Oh, and Darty. Ekim is holding for it, and there you go. Darty Montana swings into it. That's the power of the op from Ekim. You cut all noise. You force an overpeak, an info peak. Curiosity killed the cat for Darty Montana. Now Wilkie into spawn. Knocked away. Oh, but the Palace player. Has it been heard? I don't think Slight's been heard.
No one's looking.
He wrapped around on the big flank, and he'll have a free kill. And surely he knows where Ekim is. But what about Gil? The guess has to be there, but Ekim is still holding on. Now Slight, panic sets in. He just has to throw smoke on the bomb. Hope and pray. Hope and pray. Slight goes in for the swing.
Already too late.
Gets tagged up. Time running too low here. And also just being on half. Oh my god! But yeah, no time. He's not gonna be. He's not even going for it. Slight's gonna sprint off with the AK. CNCS last hope. They get one.
Even after a little bit of a messy initial A look, where Darty picks up a kill for free, still the regroup, the re-hit onto A is successful. And as you mentioned, Ekim's op is the linchpin there, is able to get such a great kill, such great value onto that dry peak. And so Last Hope do get the round. The timeout pays off. Ocean is down onto an SMG though.
Oh, Slight. Mid-peak. But the thing is, he's beaten them for the timing. Slight with a tag on a Project 90, again trying to entry mid. This time around, they are smothering. They have collapsed on mid, and everyone goes down. A full 3-man drop down, and closing out the round is Slight. Bosses put all their money, all the chips on their table.
A massacre at mid from the bosses there.
Yeah.
And Project 90 had been so strong in that position, this time completely overwhelmed. Bosses focus it all on mid control, and Last Hope are back on a save. After a glimmer of hope in that last round, just a very well played attack side. This time, they are shut down, and they're shut down hard. Darty Montana's looking for mid again. More aggression. Spots a player behind. Doesn't have support from window this time.
Oh, with Project 90 again. How many first kills does this guy have? He's been doing it mid, B, everywhere. But the thing is, it's just the trades have been it. Okay, Yi with another 1 dig. Enter in a very odd situation. Ekim does have the A1S, but he is also 14 HP. And yeah, Wilkie's going to get him through the smoke. 2v3, further smoke spam here for Wilkie. Don't want to, rule number 1, do not reload behind the smoke. So he's actually going to back away. Not going to stand out in the open. Okay, off angle though. Nice headshot found on the Ocean Haw. Just leaving Yi 1v3. That's also the bomb dropped. I'm not sure if that showed up on minimap or not. Perhaps not. Yi looking for potential 1 dig.
Does have a rifle in his hand, but not sure how many bullets there are left in the chamber there. So keeps the deagle out instead.
Probably. Would suspect not much. Yi running through. Eventually gonna meet his maker. Meet the boss. 15-11 right now. The boss is just 1 away from taking the series and booking their spot in the grand final. I mean, I gotta give it out to CNCS though. They're putting up a hell of a fight.
Yeah, whatever the results here of this tournament, the story for me is CNCS Last Hope. What an incredible run they've had. You know, even if bosses managed to take this one round, which we expect them to do, still, my heart goes out to CNCS Last Hope. What an amazing tournament for them.
It's not over yet.
Like you said,
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah.
But, Ekim trying to get up to no good again with the op. Hoping for openers. But again, one by one they fall. This is they're playing right into the hands of the bosses. This is the whole business strategy. Here, marketing team devised this one.
Boss wants to see you in his office. And I don't think it's for a promotion for CNCS LastHope. As a 4 versus 3 comes in, Ellison is deep. Ellison could find a huge timing on these two players who are in a ramp.
He knows they're there. Surely is he gonna go for the big flank?
Ellison?
No,
he knows.
Taking
Yeah.
He has to go for the silent drop, of course. And this is going to be a quick one, folks. As he could knife one of them. Or he could just get both kills instead. To lock in the series, Ellison has just flanked them out to A main. And Gil gets dropped by Wilkie. The bosses, they take a little bit. You know, T side ain't all that fun. It's not always a guarantee. But CT side, they lock it in. And their store is a tight one. As it is the bosses making it off to the grand finals to face off against Cyberstorm.